Hi and welcome to Crypto Lion. It's good to have you around as we discuss yet another interesting and important topic. If you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly check the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so that you'll be the first person to know when we post a new video. You know we always deliver quality content that you will enjoy, so stay tuned. Today we'll be discussing Ethereum. We think Ethereum is set to blow our minds away, as predictions show Ethereum on a likely mission to the moon, and we think you should know about it too. So let's look at the indications together in this video. Since it launched in 2005, Ethereum has quickly rivaled Bitcoin as one of the world's most valuable cryptocurrencies in terms of market capitalization. Ethereum, sometimes called Ether or simply ETH, is the native token of the Ethereum blockchain. While Bitcoin was designed to be money, Ethereum was aimed at a much wider range of potential uses. Ether tokens make the whole blockchain work and are needed to do anything on the Ethereum blockchain. Ether uses a proof-of-work system that is similar to Bitcoin to approve transactions and maintain the blockchain. While the Ether token wasn't purposely designed to be used only as a currency, it has become a popular means of both savings and payment. Ethereum also has a robust ecosystem that is one of the most important tools that decentralized finance devs have currently. Let's quickly take a look at how the price of Ethereum has changed in the past. Ethereum's price records go back to late 2015, when it was trading on the open market for less than $1. It was able to stage a modest rally into the $10 area by January 2017, which was when the real fun began. Ethereum prices went on a breakneck rally to over $1,400 per token in January of 2018, when it entered a bearish market that took the price as low as $85 by the end of 2018. After the fall to double-digit prices, Ethereum traded sideways for a year and a half. The token seemed to be capped at $250 during this time, but it also seemed to be finding buyers at the $100 level. In July of 2020, the $250 level was overcome on heavy volume. Ethereum traded as high as $475 in September of 2020, before falling back to test the breakout at $320. From there, Ethereum has rallied to over $600 in late 2020. Ethereum has also made it past $1,000 in January 2021, and it's still maintaining this range. Notable again is the fact that the Ethereum chart looks bullish, as it has been able to break out of a multi-year trading range on massive volume. Ethereum is a complex platform that is influenced by many different factors. Because Ethereum's blockchain is built to encourage third-party development, new platforms that run on the network can have a big influence on the price of Ethereum and transaction costs on the platform. One of the biggest things that may have driven Ethereum out of its trading range in the middle of 2020 is the DeFi boom. While Ethereum isn't necessarily used by all these new DeFi platforms as a means of transaction, many new DeFi platforms are built on the Ethereum blockchain, which means that some amount of Ethereum is needed for the DeFi tokens or platforms to operate. The use of Ethereum as a base for DeFi applications resulted in net demand for the coin, which was clearly good for the price. Curiously, as the DeFi bubble went bust in the fall of 2020, Ethereum prices remained elevated, and trading volumes were higher than at the beginning of the year. All of this points to other sources of demand for the coin, as well as a limited connection between DeFi token prices and Ethereum prices. The year 2020 saw the demand for alternative assets which can compete with Bitcoin, and as the second most valuable token behind Bitcoin, Ethereum has become an investment asset for many institutional investors who are entering the crypto market. While DeFi developers may not be using Ethereum as money, some are, but many aren't, institutional investors are using Ethereum as a digital gold and are holding it for a long term. Grayscale Investments, a leading crypto investment company, has raised record amounts of new investment capital in 2020, much of which flowed into long-term Ethereum holdings. The investment model that Grayscale offers isn't complex. The company buys and acts as a custodian for client funds, which basically means that the Ethereum is being put into cold storage as a reserve asset by large investors. As the basis of DeFi, at least for the moment, Ethereum is a vital part of an emerging ecosystem that is global in scope. It's very hard to overstate the role that DeFi could have in financial landscapes of this century, and Ethereum's blockchain is a core part of the DeFi development space. While the platform's popularity did affect some applications that relied on low network fees to operate, many DeFi platforms wouldn't be impacted by marginally higher transaction fees. As price action in the latter part of 2020 has shown, lower DeFi token prices don't mean less demand for Ethereum. And as a new reserve asset for the wider financial community, Ethereum has built-in support that many DeFi platforms lack. The next 4 years will likely be positive for crypto prices, and Ethereum is leading the altcoin pack. What we mean by altcoin is other coins that are not Bitcoin, and of course Ethereum is their leader. With its break above the $280 level in the middle of 2020, Ethereum smashed out of its post-bear market trading range and is probably going to go much higher over the next few years. It's easy to see that Ethereum price is engaged in a long bottoming process that began in late 2018 and lasted until mid-2020. With the break above $300 on massive volume, Ethereum is signaling that a new bull market is probably here. Given the backdrop of easy central bank money and government spending programs, Ethereum prices may be able to rise to levels that are difficult to imagine at the moment. One of the most important factors that are driving the phase shift in the crypto market is the adoption as a standalone investment by institutional investors. While Bitcoin has traditionally been the favorite of crypto investors, large investors from established markets don't have the same convictions concerning decentralization. Instead, these investors are likely to favor a growth model, and also reward platforms that offer the ability to innovate. In short, Ethereum is the perfect platform for investors that want both the ability to hold a token as money and benefit from the rising use of the platform by third-party developers with new ideas. Given the interest in Ethereum's blockchain by developers and investors, it isn't hard to see a scenario where ETH prices climb to between $1,000 and $10,000 over the next 4 years. One of the biggest unknowns going forward is central bank policy, which has been very difficult to predict over the past decade, especially in 2020. As Ethereum is becoming a cash-like reserve asset for established investors, it's highly likely that fresh money that would have flowed into equities or debt may now find a home in long-term ETH holdings. While it's gaining in value, its total capitalization will also increase in value. With the current flow of Ethereum in the market, a $6,000 price would imply a capitalization of around $650 billion, which is still low when compared to a single company like Apple or Alphabet. Of course, the potential uses for Ethereum's blockchain are far wider than either of these two companies' products or services, and knowing that, it's very hopeful that Ethereum's price will go up massively. Given Ethereum's relatively small capitalization at the moment, the potential for an explosive rise in price at any time is very real. Mainstream payment platforms are opening the door to crypto use, and the technology to use tokens like Ethereum at a retail level is in place. It's very difficult to predict how high Ethereum prices will go in the coming years, but it's very likely that it goes up to the sky. Let's look at the following Ethereum charts. This chart is an interesting one. Ethereum is predicted to go past $2,500 maybe in the coming days, weeks, or more. There's even a prediction without analysis which shows the road to 5,000. The chart establishes that Ethereum is an overall bullish run and will make for the next resistance and then another one and then another one. The chart predicts an absolute bull run. A breakout resistance is set at $1,309, and the breakout is expected to extend to just above $2,800. This chart predicts that Ethereum is going to make a run for its all-time high. See the triangle pattern and the chart within it, which shows that the price has tested this triangle channel at a couple of times, but this time around, it's expected that Ethereum will break out and continue on a bullish trend for some time. The lower support line is set around $1,000, and there are expectations that Ethereum will not have to test the support line at any time soon. It's expected to continue its up journey and probably reveal a new all-time high. Predictions show that there is a possibility for the price of Ethereum to go as high as the sky, and a long-term bull is imminent. This looks like a good deal for investors and long traders. It is also obvious that Ethereum is very volatile and appropriate caution should be observed. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to like it by clicking the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to our channel if you haven't. It would be nice to know your thoughts in the comment section below as well. Good luck investing.